How can you earn your PhD in retirement? Well, this question may sound a bit odd, but we are going to explain what that means in our financial freedom video, so stay locked in. Hi, my name is Carson Graves, certified financial planner and president and CEO of the Retirement Education Center.
And my name is Andrea Graves, Director of Operations at the Retirement Education Center. For additional concepts on how to maximize your retirement, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload new videos. Welcome back to our channel. Well, Carson, understanding the retirement planning process can be so very confusing to most people because there's just so many rules and regulations to keep up with. But today, you're going to be providing insight on the basics that people need.
Yeah, Andrea, my goal today is to help you get your PhD in retirement. But before we talk about all of that, there are 2 rules to retirement income planning that we like to give you. And Andrea, what are those 2 rules?
Well, rule number 1 is to never run out of money. And rule number 2 is to never forget rule number 1.
So let's go ahead and jump into our lesson today, as we're going to do a 3-part series on how you can earn your PhD in retirement planning.
Well, Carson, earning a PhD in any subject can take years. So how can this short video educate people on how to earn their PhD in retirement planning?
It's a good question, Andrew, but as you know, on our channel, we like to keep things simple. And so what I'm going to do is outline the most important subject matters that people really should be focusing on to get that PhD. So let's go ahead and jump into our teaching slides and point out some of these different areas that people really should be focusing on. So if you're really trying to get a basic understanding of the retirement planning process, you do really need to know what the retirement planning process entails and what it all covers. The first part of the retirement planning process that you need to understand is setting goals. You need to look at your lifestyle goals, which includes how you're going to be traveling in retirement, what hobbies you want to retire to. Are you going to be doing any volunteering work? It's really important for you to go ahead and establish some lifestyle goals, because you don't want to be sitting around not having anything to do, because loneliness can set in and you can also start to feel a little bit detached from society. Along with setting lifestyle goals, you also need to make sure you set financial goals, meaning that you need to estimate how much money you will need to support your desired lifestyle in retirement as well. So if you're going to be traveling and you have hobbies that you're going to want to attend to, you're going to need money to support those sort of things. And you need to go ahead and make sure that you estimate how much money you're going to need to support that lifestyle. You might want to consider speaking with a certified financial planner in this area, because you don't really want to underestimate the cost of what you're going to be doing in retirement and end up coming up short or running out of money too soon. The next area when it comes to retirement planning that you're going to have to consider is budgeting for your healthcare costs and other expenses. Having a strong budget in retirement is paramount if you're trying to sustain your retirement income and not have those surprises that many people may end up having when it comes to their healthcare costs and other expenses in retirement. According to a recent Fidelity survey, it is noted that a 65-year-old married couple could end up spending over $350,000 in out-of-pocket healthcare expenses. So if you really are trying to have a successful and more secure retirement, you're really going to have to account for your healthcare costs and other expenses so that you're not hit with any big surprises along the way in your retirement. The next step in the retirement planning process is that you're going to need to account for inflation. You need to consider the impact of inflation on your future purchasing power. As you know, a dollar today is certainly not going to be worth a dollar in 15 or 20 years from now. When you consider just 3% inflation, $100 purchasing goods today will only be able to purchase $55 worth of those same goods 20 years from now. So inflation has to be a big part of your calculation when you're talking about understanding the retirement planning process. The next item on your list to check off when it comes to understanding what retirement planning is saving and investing. You need to be setting aside money on a regular basis. I would say monthly into accounts like your 401ks, IRAs, and other investments. You need to do this because if you can systematically save money for your long term retirement goals, it's going to allow you to accumulate the amount of resources that you will need in order for you to have a sustainable retirement income. Another aspect of understanding retirement planning is also understanding how to diversify your investments. You're going to need to know what a comfortable mix of stocks, bonds, annuities, life insurance, and other assets that you're going to need in order to balance your risk and return throughout your retirement years. Without this proper understanding, you could end up being allocated improperly. And if the market happens to shift in your retirement years, it could lead you to having a certain amount of anxiety that could have been avoided if you had a properly planned for your retirement portfolio to be allocated according to your risk tolerance, your time horizon, and your long term financial goals. And last but certainly not least on this list of understanding the retirement planning process is that you have to know that you cannot overlook estate planning in this process. You need to make sure that you properly have your wills or your trust in place so that you can leave assets to the people that you want to leave them to. You don't want to pass away and have confusion in your estate because you failed to plan and have the proper documentations to note where those assets should be going and who they should be distributed to. Now, make sure you tune in next week as we're going to do part 2 and talk about the areas that you really need to focus on when you're trying to earn your PhD in retirement planning.
After this video, please check out our other videos that will give you tips on how to maximize your retirement. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and share it with a friend. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you have questions,
we have answers. Please note that these videos are created for educational purposes only, and that you should always seek out your own financial advisor, your own tax advisor, and your own attorney regarding your personal situation. Also, if you are looking for an independent fiduciary advisor to help you with these types of complex financial matters, we highly recommend that you utilize the links in our description below and go ahead and schedule a 1-hour free consultation with us today.